Round 3, fight. I think we're operational now.
Savage humiliation.
Okay, and could I be any more excited by the fact that we're playing on Mineshaft? I mean, well, I'm
I'm
not playing.
so excited. But before we start this game, because I know these two teams are totally ready, let's throw up the other streamers banner.
Sure.
Folks, this tournament is all about community. And thank you to
Community.
Fight and Versal for putting this on from Team Nexzil. That's the reason why it's called Nexzil Proving Grounds. But huge thank you to all of the other casters. There are multiple channels going all day today, playing all sorts of games all over the world. You got Blind, Salinthia, you got Bitey and Versal, you've got Vindalo, you got all sorts of awesome people streaming all day. So check them out because they're awesome. I think I said awesome enough, right?
Check them out. They be awesome.
And don't forget that, Bitey and Versal are going to be going a lot today at twitch.tv/Versal. So check them out too, because hell, we wouldn't even be here casting these games if it weren't for them.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
All right. So
what are the teams? Hard and what? Radical. Radical.
Hard. Wait. Hard. Let me see. Who is it? It's Hard Day
What?
and Radical. Hard Day.
Hard day, as in, how do I spell that?
Hard Day.
Oh, gotcha. All
I
one
I
word?
was doing a little Bostonian there. Hard. And we didn't really mention this yesterday, but I think that we should, I know on behalf of myself, and I'm sure Hugh backs me up here. We are very grateful for all the men and women who helped support everyone there in Boston and getting some hope back for that city after all those terrible tragedies.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this bad stuff happens all over the planet all the time. It's nasty. All right, Mineshaft, mate. I have not seen a competitive game played on Mineshaft in forever.
When was the last time you played Mineshaft?
Oh, mate, I play Mineshaft all the time, but I don't get to stream on Mineshaft. I haven't been this excited about a match since I haven't been this excited about anything on the planet and since I discovered what redheads were. That's just a fact. I mean, this is Mineshaft.
I can't believe you just went there. That opens up the door to so much.
I went there, and this is just generally not played as a competitive map. It's like repair and oh my goodness, operations.
It's got its own issues that make it hard to be a truly competitive map. But as you'll see, there have been a lot of changes done to each room and to some of the tech points to help make it more fun for both pub play and for those who actually want to play competitively. I would say that it's in a better state now than it ever has been. It's a fun map. I mean, you just have to admit, Mineshaft is a fun map.
It is awesome.
And the little changes in some of the areas here have made it that much more viable for even funner games. And yeah, so I think we're just waiting on one guy to reconnect, and we'll be ready to go.
Sweet. And I'm typing out a tweet, which means I'm incapable of speaking.
So we got to meet the Radical guys, most of them, I think, if not all of them, at the ESL studio in Cologne, Germany last weekend. I still really can't get over the fact that we were in Germany last weekend.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But a lot of really cool guys. They had awesome team sports jackets and stuff. It was really cool. And wow, that almost just spun and flew. That was awesome.
It was.
So I'm excited to see these guys play because I have to admit, I've actually never seen Radical play.
Never. I don't think I've seen them play. I mean, I've seen them play in the studio, as it were. But I've never seen them play in S2, so this is pretty cool. All right. Let's try tweeting again because it wouldn't let me tweet just then. After some minor technical... apocalyptic rhinoceros.
Command station taking damage.
I love how Dylan's just not covering me here.
Oh, you wanted me to cover you?
All right, I'm done. I got it.
Big shout out
I
to
tweeted
Asus because Asus is totally
Awesome.
totally donating 6 amazing Echelon Camo Edition headsets. These are not available in the US yet. I can't stress that enough because Asus is also looking for feedback on them. So whoever wins is going to be able to give Asus some cool feedback. I know that Bitey said that they are totally stoked to be sponsoring this event this weekend. So thank you to Asus and thank you for Bitey for getting a hold of Asus and getting this awesome prize. Also, second place is not walking away empty-handed. Second place will get a free NS2 server for 3 months from our friends at Multiplay.
Go Multiplay!
Yeah, we love
Woo!
Multiplay. Those guys are awesome.
They even help you with PAX booths. It's good.
They do. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, he did help us break it down, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Shout out to Will. Hi, Will.
Hi, Will, if you're out there. What time is it
Because I
here
know
at the
that you're totally watching us.
about 4 p.m. in the UK right now. 5
Oh,
p.m., 6
here's
p.m.
their 6th player, so we should be seeing him ready up any second.
Yeah. Oh,
Still doesn't have the
yeah.
best
Whoa.
in the world.
Wonder if I
He's
can
having a problem with his router, but I think we're just going to have to deal with it. Nope, there he goes, 45. All right. And we are playing in the EU,
Oh, yeah.
so this should be exciting.
Look at their pings. That is sweet. Nice low pings for them.
So for Team Radical, we have Lameness, Flex, Allen, Draco, Pisco, Shocks, and on hard we have Back, Thosiris, Malga, Svika, Kaj, and JB Twist. And wow, we're gonna have fun saying all that.
Oh, yeah.
Take it away, Hubie.
Oh my goodness, we're actually live. Okay, I'm totally ready for this and doing my job. We are off with Hard Day vs Radical game number 1 of day 2 Nexzil Proving Grounds tournament. The aliens going for it. Wait, what? Oh, it's a fast hive drop in deposit. I was like, why did they spawn with 2 hives? But they've actually got a fast hive drop and combat in central drilling. Dylan, are you going to know all the room names during this? This is intense.
I hope that I would know all the room names. It looks like that Draco is sitting in here in central drilling all by his lonesome, but Malga has just come in through the hallway there and is trying to stalk them. But Allen is here now as well, and Flex. So this is going to make it pretty difficult for one Skulk to take down 3 Marines.
Big combat happening in central drilling right now. This is big. This is a really big fight at the moment. Both teams wanting to possibly secure the double resources available in central drilling. It looks like the alien team Radical is going to succeed. Yes, they are. And there are 2 resource points in here. One on either side of the room. This is very important. And on the other map that is played competitively regularly, Vale, the double resource node in the center of the map, Nanogrid, is hotly contested. So it's possible we'll see the same kind of thing here on Mineshaft. But this double hive play is very, very interesting. Quick deposit drop with second harvester. So we're not going to see a third harvester for a little bit now. Marines have capped water pumps, and it looks like they're going to try and cap operations as well.
Now, one of the things you can see here is that they're moving into Crusher with a 3-man squad. They're kind of avoiding those 2 Skulks in central drilling that they knew were there. They can get to Crusher pretty easy through that same hallway they were using earlier. But, you know, I'm glad to see that there's some different pressure going on by the Marines, and they're not just running back in the same room over and over again while those 2 other Marines are moving through and getting extractors throughout the map, because they need res.
They certainly do. Everybody needs res. You can't do much without res resources. Even Unknown Worlds needs res. Speaking of which, go over to Steam, buy a copy if you haven't. Draco is Radical and Flex is... I love their team names.
What a shameless plug.
It was a shameless plug, wasn't it? We need to collect resources. It's just...
All right, here in Crusher, we got 1 Skulk. Now 2 Skulks coming in against Draco and Flex. And it looks like 1 Skulk is taken down. But Kaj is working on Flex as much as he can. But Flex whips out the pistol. And as we've seen too often in the matchup between Marine and Skulk, the pistol whip is just too strong.
Pisco spraying his bullets everywhere in the gap, trying to find the drifters. There's 2 Skulks in here, and this Marine capping team has been very successful, going via water pumps and operations. Capped both of those. It looks like Pisco, I'm going to call him Seiko, and Allen are going to choose not to cap in the gap, instead pushing forward. And that leaves the Marines in quite a comfortable position on 4 extractors because they do have Crusher.
Yeah, and it's almost a good thing that they didn't grab the gap here, because if they had grabbed the gap, it's way too much pressure from that second hive, and the rest of the aliens to take it down. So it's going to buy them a little bit of time to keep operations up. But as you can see, Malga is making his way in there right now to start putting pressure on that res.
Yeah, it's a long way to run all the way from repair up into operations. The alien play has been for a fast leap, and it looks like the commander might have actually misclicked because that leap was at 50% and then it stopped and restarted. So the fast leap play looks like it has been slowed, but that is going to be very, very deadly. If the Marines don't have shotguns or weapons one out, it's going to be very hard to kill Skulks before they close distance in this game. Let's have a quick look at the kills, currently tracking even, so that could change very rapidly if this leap gets out before Marine upgrades. Okay, there's leap. I don't know. Maybe Insight was doing something funny.
It should be noted that even kills, even at 4 minutes, is not a good thing. You want to see one team outpacing the other, and I think this is going to go to alien advantage at the moment because the aliens have got their second hive up. They're already going for leap. Their res flow is a little bit slow because of that expansion that they did, but the Marines are not one to be disappointed here because they are getting phase gates up right in this tunnel, which is going to allow them to cut off aliens between both hives.
I would disagree with Dylan very strongly there that even kills is a bad thing. It's definitely a good thing for both teams, neither of them losing out here. With this phase gate up now in Brew Room, the pressure is going to be possibly coming down on deposit, or, I mean, it's pretty much an even travel time to both these hives right now, so it's a fantastic phase gate position. I'm loving the fact that we're watching this on Mineshaft, Dylan, because it's such new play. It's interesting, it's fresh.
Well, and speaking of interesting and fresh, I'm also going to disagree with you disagreeing. Although, look at this 4-Skulk push into the hallway here in Brew Room, and these 4 Skulks are just overwhelming everything that comes in their path. Now 5 Skulks in here. Holy mackerel. 4 Skulks and the Gorge healing everything, taking down that phase gate in a matter of seconds. These Marines were just not able to come through and stop that. They're going to have to recycle, and that forward pressure is now gone.
Absolutely. It is, I mean, well, I was looking at Radical's play there thinking this is going to be really good. We're going to see pressure on both hives. We're going to punish the aliens for not having many harvesters. There's not going to be a lot of res flow, but the Skulks did a fantastic job there. They are not anymore. And I did change that before Dylan said anything. Extractor in Crusher is going down. Now the alien's sitting on 3 harvesters, which is a very solid number of harvesters to sit on as an alien team. Replacement phase gate going up in central drilling, from where the pressure on the hives will not be as intense, but important because the Marines may be able to secure the double resources in central drilling.
Now, it should be noted in the newer patches that going 2 hives immediately really doesn't give you any super advantage. I mean, the one advantage you have is that you can T-res drop fade eggs if you so choose. So you could potentially get your fades out a couple minutes early. I like the aggressiveness. I like the fact that they're spreading infestation up to operations. I'd like to see the Marines be able to push in, and they've got a 4-man group here in Central pushing back into Brew Room again. Phase gate now in Central, which does give them some forward momentum, but not as good as possibly Brew Room did. But let's watch these Marines as they move into Crusher.
The spread all over the map is starting to look like it's a very good thing for the aliens. They now have 4 harvesters up. The 4th is just about to grow up in operations. That's a very good spread down the south side of the map. A 4 harvester alien team is absolutely deadly. Though the Marines, with their phase gate in central drilling, will be at a resource advantage if they can hold this pressure off, though. There's 4 aliens in here, and it looks like they're going to take this phase gate, and now this is starting to really look like an alien game. If this phase gate goes down, these extractors in central drilling are going to be gone.
Well, I'll tell you why this is totally becoming an alien game. Every time they need the pressure, the alien team moves out as one, and it is just so hard to track and shoot 4 or 5 life forms all coming at you at once. So, it's very good gameplay by Hard Day.
The phase gate has not gone down, and now I take back what I was saying about it looking like an alien game. Because if they can keep these double resource nodes, they're going to be sitting at 5 extractors. Very large number of extractors. This Mineshaft game, it feels very high resource flow to me. It feels very high eco, as I guess if I was commentating StarCraft, I would say very high eco. And
Very
that's
high
going to allow
eco.
a lot of tech. And we've got Fade Blink on the way. We've got shotguns coming out. Mines are researched. Which isn't particularly fast, but especially on the alien side, the tech is just fast in this game. One harvester possibly going down in the gap.
Well, you know, now they're pressuring the gap, which is a good thing. They're able to move quickly from Central on different levels to get through the southern part of the map, which is really good. Although the aliens are now moving around and starting to take out their extractors because the Marines are focusing more on the aliens harvesters. The benefit to this for the aliens is that they can afford to lose 1 or 2 harvesters in the position they're at right now. The Marines are behind tech-wise and need income. So at 5 extractors, they've really got to keep the pressure up.
Extractor going down in Crusher to JB Twist. 2 going to come in and probably deal with that. The cis chain has been broken in the gap. This is good Marine play down on the south side. The resource flow from this south side of the map from the gap and operations was getting a little bit out of control for the aliens, allowing the fast tech. They have Adrenaline out. They have a Shift out. They have Carapace out. Sorry, they have a Shift Hive out. They have Blink coming out. The Fade could be popping any minute now. JB Twist is looking good on 46 resources, and we could see a team res Fade at some point as well. So cutting off the resource flow down the south side of the map, very, very important.
Yeah, the aliens are looking to sit on 5 harvesters here in a matter of 30, 40 seconds as they've taken back the gap and now have capped cave. And this infestation is just becoming this overwhelming ring around the Marines as it gets further and further. And now these Marines are going to waste a lot of time and a lot of bullets trying to kill the cis and push infestation back, while in Central you had a push against this phase gate again with that lurk and a couple skulks.
This phase gate is allowing fantastic mobility for the Marine team out for the rest of the map. They don't have to spawn and repair and then hoof it all the way into central drilling and then onwards to sorting. In the same amount of time, they can just push through the phase gate and hit multiple harvesters from central drilling. It's such a strategic location. They wanted Brew Room, but now they're probably feeling pretty good with central. I'm not sure where this game is going right now. I feel like when the Fade is out with Blink, we could see a change up in momentum and possibly the Marines getting pushed back out of central. But I don't know where this game is going right now. It feels very even. Let's take another look at the kills. And again, fantastically even right now. This is such a close game, 33 to 30. Team resources are tracking nicely as well. Very even game. Just sitting slightly below the Marines.
This is why I disagree with you here, because this far into the game, one team needs to be winning more engagements. And you can tell that even though the aliens aren't winning engagements, they've been pressuring the Marines, which is why they're losing more life forms, and it's paid off for them. Look how much spread of the map they have compared to the Marines. Look at how much tech they have. Look at where they're sitting. And when those fades come out, with the fact that there's no real upgrades, I mean, Armor 1 and Weapons 1 coming with the shotguns, that's going to be okay, but still not very good against the fades.
Possibly, but 6 extractors right now for the Marine team. Again, no team has shown a clear lead in kills this game at all. And here comes an attack on the Central Drilling phase gate. This is the kind of thing that could push these Marines severely back. The Fade is out. This is going to be a grinder gate right now. No one's going to come through. And Seiko isn't going to be able to do anything in here. So with the loss of Central Drilling and the extractors that it contains, this could turn into an alien game very rapidly. The alien's sitting on 4 harvesters right now, very good resource flow. Might even lose Cavern as well. Second command station's up in Cave, but the central drilling location was arguably a lot more valuable with those 2 extractors. The power's out, the extractor's not destroyed, so they could be recovered, but I feel like the game just took a swing towards aliens.
I see what they're doing. So they're going for the advanced armory right away while they're getting that second command station, which means we're going to see a proto lab drop right away, I bet, and they're going to go straight for those jetpacks, and that's going to be their strat to try and get some serious momentum in their favor. I do feel like they need to be going for at least Armor 2 at this point to help them against these fades, but it looks like they're definitely going to go all in on the jetpacks.
Just as they went for this high-tech push, they have lost most of their resource flow. So this push could stall right now because they're sitting on 24 team resources. Jetpack research has not started. Each player has a fair pool of personal resources, but they'll really only get 1, maybe 1.5 bites at the cherry here once these jetpacks come out. They need to do huge damage with these jetpacks, otherwise they're going to be in severe trouble. They do not have the resource flow to come back.
And you know what? Hugh, they're already in severe trouble. Look down in cave. You got 2 fades on the phase gate there with the help of a lurk. So it's just become a feed gate. And now all this push down here has almost been for nothing because any reinforcement happening down here with now a 3rd fade, they're going to get this phase gate down before anybody can come to help.
Very much looking like an alien game right now. The jetpacks are not going to... wow. The jetpacks are not going to be out before this command station goes down. I don't think we've got 3 life forms on it, 70%. No skulks though, so not a lot of DPS down on the command station. It's going to be close, but I think the aliens are going to take this. And when they do, the Marines are going to be left without the tech they needed. Yep, jetpacks aren't going to make it. No jetpacks for this Marine team. The aliens are owning this map right now. They have so many harvesters out there, 4 with 1 growing, and they own double in Central Dome.
And for the naysayers of Mineshaft, it should be noted that the aliens sat on 2 harvesters for about 5 or 6 minutes in this game. They didn't do a massive push out for res until they had their 2nd hive up and were sitting in a comfortable enough position with pressure on the Marines. So I really think that, you know, this map is showing that it is in a significantly better place than it's ever been.
Mineshaft is terrifically fun. I'm loving the new play. This is interesting for casters as well as teams, no doubt, to be playing on a new competitive map. All right, I called it a competitive map. Give me a break. It's just fun, and
I'm going to be watching this chat in 2.5 minutes.
Here we go. Chat. You can't do that. You can't call anything but Summit a competitive map. But I just did. So deal with it. It's fun, and asymmetry and uncertainty makes for fun games, and this is definitely a fun game. The Marines have lost out here. We could probably trace it back to the loss of central drilling. There was a crucial moment where that phase gate went down, and the loss of that resource flow just as the Marines went for a high-tech push was really, really tough for them. The brew room phase gate at the start wasn't such a huge blow. It was bad, but they came back from that pretty well. So we'll put it down to central drilling. The aliens taking down the south side of the map pretty quickly. They got 2 harvesters down there in the gap and operations. Initially, that was looking like Marine territory, turned into alien territory in the late game. That caused the Marines to suffer as well because the aliens allowed to... It just helped them push out so many evolutions.
Well, you know, and I think the downfall for this Marine team was that they didn't apply enough pressure to the aliens or the aliens start. They didn't take down a harvester until late in the game. Total Marine extractors down compared to aliens. 11 extractors compared to 3 alien harvesters. I mean, that's not good for any Marine team. And now we have the Onos on the field, and this pretty much seals up what we already knew. And Shocks is just sitting there hiding because he does not want to be out there with all those alien life forms to just completely kill him.
Looking very cool on the kill graph right now. You can see up until 11 minutes just how even this game was. I believe that's the point where that central drilling phase gate went down, and from then on it became alien terror. The Marines haven't got a single kill for about 5 minutes. That is insane. So very much a turning point there in the game. Team resources as well. You can see this inflection point where the alien team has started to fly above the Marine team, which is an indication of imminent death. And of course the resource tower graph shows it as well. And boy, it is awesome what Hughes has done with those graphs.
And look at this, just outside in water pumps, you have a gorge tunnel from the 2nd hive. You got hydras up in a shift already. So now you have a reinforcement area for the aliens to come, but they don't even need that, because here comes the fury of all those fades and Onos and Lurk straight into Marine Start while all the Marines are distracted in water pumps.
It is cool though. The Marines have gone through the gorge tunnel with their jetpacks. They may actually get an honor kill on this hive here in deposit. This is outstanding. They've gone through the alien gorge tunnel with their jetpacks. They have weapons level 1. They're smashing it with shotguns. The aliens desperately trying to destroy the command station before this hive goes down. I want this hive to go down. This will be amazing play from Radical at the end of this game. I think they're going to do it.
14,
They
16.
do it.
Got it. You got it.
Oh.
They totally got the hive before the chair went down. They get it, and that'll make Team Radical feel good.
Oh, wow, that was such cool play from Radical. Oh, wow. Yeah, baby. Yeah. That was cool. I'm sorry.
That, wow, Hugh,
State of shock.
we totally watched what tended to be one of our first games on Mineshaft competitively.
And it was awesome. It was so much fun. It was so
You know what
much fun.
You follow me for a second.
Okay,
You watching me?
I'm watching you.
No, in the game. Follow me.
Oh.
You-
Yes. Hello, Wasabi. What's happening?
Whoa!
Whoa. It's the Babbler King.
What's even cooler though is that the Mac is actually projecting it
Is it?
onto the wall.
Oh, that is cool, isn't it? Yeah, I see that. And he's making a little
Oh,
sound.
who brought all the booze?
Cool little room done by Mark Newton, no doubt. Wow, this is definitely the contraband room in here.
Absolutely. So we're about to watch round 2 here on Mineshaft with Radical versus Hard Day. Hard Day took the first round as aliens. Radical getting that honorary hive kill though for the team right before the command station went down. And that was the kind of pressure we wanted to see early on in the game from Radical. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to pull that off. So we're going to move into round 2 here in just a few moments. But before we do, we again want to tell people about what else is going on today across the internets. You can watch streams from over 5 different caster streams on twitch.tv. Most importantly, though, our good friends Bitey and Versal, who put this entire event together for the Nexzil Proving Grounds tournament at twitch.tv/Versal. Also, big shout out and thank you to Asus for providing the first place prize, the Asus Echelon Camo Edition headset. 6 of these will be provided to the winning team after next weekend's single elimination seeded round, and that will be really exciting. And we aren't done there yet, folks, because second place is also walking away with an awesome prize, a free 3-month natural selection 2 server from our awesome friends at Multiplay.
Winning.
Winning!
Winning. Alrighty. We are almost ready to go.
You know, I have to ask you, Hugh, have you ever, sung before? Like, did you ever sing in school?
No, not since
No?
the 3rd grade.
Really?
Really?
Like,
why?
what did you sing in 3rd grade? Like Waltzing Matilda?
I don't bloody know. Why are you asking me this?
I'm just asking. You know, I have to
this
say,
is going somewhere. He's about to say something embarrassing about my voice.
no, I'm not. In the 3rd grade, I actually used to sing Waltzing Matilda, which I find funny since it's an Australian song.
That is funny. Hey, look, if I do this with my head, it makes my head look really big on the stream, and my body look really small. And now my body looks bigger and my head looks small. I don't know. There's some weird thing going on with my camera, where it doesn't look like I'm pushing my neck forward, but I am, and it looks stupid. I'm gonna cast like this. Sorry. Look, small things entertain me. Okay. It's sunny outside and I'm ultra... Look at my skin color, everybody. Look at my skin color. Have you ever seen me this color? It's... Please? More sun?
Woo! It's a party house over here.
Oh dear. Dylan's been popping dem pills again. That's very funny. And scary at the same time.
Yeah.
And
You know,
very scary.
No, here we go. We're gonna make this awesome.
Oh, that's the Instagram right there. That's the Instagram shot. Fake depth of field. Whoa. Oh yeah. It's the monster. Okay. The endless entertainment of the savage. The savage. So both teams chilling out right now. We are waiting for the second round of Radical vs Hard Day in the Nexzil Proving Grounds tournament here on Natural Selection 2.
Yes, and we're very excited.
.tv, Twitch, something. I don't know, man. But both teams having some prep time here. Radical, no doubt, thinking about what just happened. I mean, wait. Didn't Radical... No, yeah, Radical lost the previous round. Okay, I am on the case, and it looks like I need to switch the team names. There we go. So that makes more sense right now. So Radical thinking about what just happened, thinking about how they can come back. Hard Day thinking about how awesome they are, having just won that round. And Dylan looking like he's got some color issues.
I don't have color issues. I'm feeling a little blue.
Get it? I'm going to get some water.
Well, I'm gonna go sepia tone because look at that. Ooh. Yeah, or maybe watercolor. I don't look very good watercolored. I think that would be a bad thing. All right, looks like these teams are going live. And Hugh better come back with his water because here they go. Oh no! They're going! Hugh, woo!
What?
Same
What?
spot.
Oh God! Okay.
Hard Day as Marine is starting in repair, and we have Radical starting in sorting, and they're going to do what looks to be a 3-2 push. 3 Skulks on their way into Central right away. They're going to get met up by these 3 Marines.
Let's take a look at JB Twist's first-person perspective as he moves into Central Drilling, where there are multiple skulks. All these Marines being quite cautious here. They don't want to run in there and get absolutely slaughtered at the start of the game. A Skulk pack descending on you from an ambush position can be absolutely deadly, and they don't know if it's just 5 Skulks or if it's all 5 Skulks or 2. It is 2 with a 3rd coming up for backup, and it looks like the Hard Day boys are shooting quite well here, and the Radical team goes down.
And this is much different from what we saw the last round, where Radical and Hard Day kind of went 1 for 1 in this room. And look at this pressure from Hard Day right away. Verslayer, JB Twist, and Kaj making their way right into the expansion. And they're going to see right away that they've gone for a second hive.
Watching the first-person view of Seiko here as he came from behind for the ambush. And it looks like Radical team is going to clean up the early pressure from the Marines. Good to see such early pressure from Marine teams, though. Pressure, as Dylan likes to say, is the key to good play.
Now, one of the things to be noted here, too, though, is that a minute and 20 seconds, the Marines have already capped 3 extractors and have 2 others building right now. So they're going to be on 5 res, where we didn't even see that from the Marines until roughly 3 minutes in the last game. So Hard Day is really showing that they like aggressive, they like pressure, and it's working well for them.
And note that the whole time while that 3-man pressure team was moving towards the alien hive, the 1-man Kappa team, Malga, was moving around capping resource nodes. So very important that competitive teams have these divisions of responsibility between them. The Drifter in Cart Tunnel is paying for itself 50 times over right now. Shox knows exactly what's going on. He could go for the ambush here, or he could stay still. He has parasited 1 Marine. He's not parasiting there because he doesn't want to get shot. Very cool play from Shox, hiding on the roof.
So, you know, right now, this is kind of a situation where the aliens are doing 95% the right thing. They are keeping the Marines away from their second hive that's growing, but they're not putting enough pressure on Marine extractors. And the reason why they're not doing that is because the Marines are countering pretty quickly to all the attacks. But it looks like here in Crusher and in Cart Tunnel, we're going to finally see some good pressure, and the Marines are going to take a little while to get back to those locations.
Multiple Marine extractors are being chewed down right now by the aliens, and it looks like Seiko is going to extend that to 3 in water pumps. Marines are a little bit spread out right now. I'm sorry, they are not spread out. There are 3 of them moving down towards deposit. We could see some pressure there. It looks like they're going to choose to raise the power. They probably won't drop the extractor because it is so far from home base. It is very hard to defend, but we could see an assault on the deposit hive.
Yeah, you got 3 Marines down here. Flex is the only one there. They found him. They knew there was a good possibility he was going to get stalked. And we got Lameness here dropping Hydras as quick as he can with Draco and Allen here to protect. But it looks like these 3 Marines are just going to say, screw it, we're going for it. And they make their way in. Now, one of the benefits here is look at what Allen did. He used that vent to come in and try to get behind the Marines. He takes down 1 Marine and quickly goes after Malga. And it looks like they're going to take Malga down as well. Medpacks from the commander, or as my good friend Kalaris would say, Medvac from the commander. I love you, Kalaris.
So at the end result of that attack on deposit was not very much damage done to the alien side and a huge loss of extractors. Let's take a look at the extractor resource tower graph here. You can see during that attack 1, 2 extractors going down that'll have to be rebuilt. So a loss overall in those in that map-wide engagement for the Marine side. Now moving into the next phase of play.
Yeah, in Central Drilling, they're trying to get a phase gate up here. There are 2 Skulks in here at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a couple more in just a little bit. Hard is shooting better than the aliens are biting. Now 3 Skulks in here.
We're about to have combat in Central, that is for sure. Verslayer covering his buddy against multiple Skulks. Can be very effective to have 1 Marine baiting Skulks into a biting dance and then shooting
all
them
up to
around his
Kaj.
legs.
Oh, wow. I mean, I've got to admit, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, Hugh. I know it's really rude, but man, I mean, Hard took out 4 Skulks to 2 Marines there. That was just ridiculous. I mean, they are shooting so well, and this is exactly why they had such a great early push. However, I don't think that they're putting enough pressure again on the alien side. Not getting into one of those hives. This phase gate is probably key to that, but losing as many as extractors as they have now, up to 4 lost extractors, we're going to see that that's going to hurt their tech explosion, and the aliens are beginning to cap more res.
Aliens currently on 3 harvesters. Nice healthy number for an alien team. Marines on 4 extractors, and that's yielding a resource graph that, well, actually right now is looking a little bit Marine favored, not too much. It's that fuzzy logic point where the aliens are sitting just below the Marines that you're looking for an even game. In terms of kills, again, very even as well. 24. The Marines have got a slight edge here, 25 to 19. That'll be coming from, as Dylan said, the Marines shooting quite well here. That engagement in central drilling would have shifted that ratio in the Marine favor a little bit.
Wow, and I'm actually surprised. The commander just recycled an extractor that was at almost full health.
There's a little bit of calculation there, isn't there, Dylan? If you've got a single skulk on a full health extractor, it can be better to leave it running and let it collect resources than recycle it. Is that correct?
I would say that is absolutely correct. I mean, especially right now where you're constantly losing extractors, the longer you can keep them up, the more res you can get out of it. I mean, the better, especially if you're trying to get another upgrade. Right now, at 6 minutes, you know, the Marines started with so much res flow, but all they have to show for it is phase tech and now mines. And that's not a good situation to be in. Radical doing a fantastic job with drifters throughout the map, though, to let them know where the Marines are and what they're doing. Down here in Cave, Cart Tunnel, Crusher, even over here near water pumps. I mean, it's really good drifter placement.
Very good use of drifters, and this situational awareness that these drifters give Marines is so important. When you know where the Marine ball is, you can send the Skulk Pack after it, and if the Skulk Pack knows where the Marines are and the Marines don't know where the Skulks are, it can be devastating. You can get ambush situations that the Skulks excel at. A little bit of pressure on the operations harvester, that is needed right now. Hard Day need to be pressuring some of these harvesters. The harvester number is getting dangerously high at 4. Marine team can't let that stay for long, and oh no, extracted down, and now the aliens with more harvesters than Marine extractors. Never a good situation for a Marine team, and still no new tech coming out of the Marine team, so their investment in this phase gate between repair and central drilling was quite expensive. They also put an armory down in there, and it means they don't have weapons level 1 or shotguns out at the moment.
Yeah, so I mean, they're trying to hold central, but it really feels like central has not been the point of play that it once was, you know, just based on the way that the map design is now. And I have to say, with the lurk coming out on the field, that's not a good thing for these Marines, because again, it provides a distraction for the targeting. And if the Marines are trying to target that lurk that's moving around so quickly, the Skulks can come in and bite on them. They're putting out mines everywhere. They've got lots of personal res to waste at this point. I mean, it's not really a waste, but at the same point, they're not really doing anything besides just fortifying one position. They need to push out. They need to put pressure on these aliens. They finally took down their first harvester up in operations. So that's an 8-to-1 ratio with the aliens clearly in the lead for taking down extractors.
8-to-1. Oh my goodness, it's painful to watch. As a fan of the Marine side, I'm a fan of the alien side as well, but when you want to see Hard Day doing well, it's just painful to see that many extractor kills. Radical securing Crusher as well. They're probably going to be able to take Crusher down. Water Pumps is in trouble, so it's about to go 10-to-1, which is just not good for this Marine side. They are in real trouble right now. Alien spreading. Go for it.
Oh, go ahead. No. Go for it. I insist.
Aliens spreading down to the north. The Fade is moving around down there with Shadow Step. No blink yet. Fade actually coming in from behind. Let's take a look at the first person view as he goes for a couple of kills here. Just using Shadow Step and double jump blink to get around there. Still very, very deadly. Those Fades, when they come out, they have a lot of hit points.
But Hugh, check out Central.
What's going on in Central? Oh, Phase Gate in trouble. Mines going off.
Not just that, but this lurk was able to take out 1 or 2 mines, and because the mines were placed so close proximity to each other, they launched all over this room, and now he's forced to beacon the team back to try to get through that Phase Gate, and they're gonna try to run through. We get 3 through before it goes down. Oh my goodness. And the enzyme going off allows these skulks and fade to completely win, and the Marines have just lost all their momentum.
Wow, that was a devastating blow for a Marine team that was already looking shaky. Again, look at this extractor graph. Look at the team resource. Team resource graph actually not looking so terrible, but the resource tower graph is not looking good. Kills for the alien team have leapt up here at the 10-minute mark above the Marine line. Marines not having had a kill in about 30 seconds now. This is a really dangerous situation for the Marines. They're still on 3 extractors, with the aliens on 4 harvesters. They've got leap out, carapace, still no blink. They're probably saving for that. Shotguns are out, armor level 1 is out. Oh, there's a lot of conflicting signals right now, Dylan, but it feels like the Marines have lost momentum.
I would agree. I mean, you know, it feels like they're thinking Central is more important than it is. And, you know, they're taking too much time to fortify this when they need to be putting on pressure. They need to decide, let's go for it. Let's go for one hive or the other and push in. And, you know, even coming in here into deposit and conveyors, this would be a good area. Put the pressure on, drop a bunch of mines, set up your phase gate, and just push one of these hives. I mean, even at this point, it would be a res sync, but where they're at, they need the all-in strat. Go for the arcs. Roll the arcs into conveyors with you from Central and push it. I mean, just sit back. Don't go into the hive. I don't know that there's a lot that Hard Day can do here, especially since they started so well, and they just allowed the aliens to get the upper hand by not allowing the Marines to put any pressure on anything of importance beyond players.
Note the way Seiko the Lurk just then using the spikes as he closed distance and then going for the bite to get the kill in the end. Using spikes and bite in combination is crucial. Suika has his shotgun fade down!
No! Flex goes
goes
down!
down. That is
Wow.
nice blow there. Nice blow. So Marines maybe with a little bit of a morale boost there, which can be very important. What the? My team score just went to -1 for some reason for Radical. Yes, Radical, you have -5, 6 team score right now. Don't know what's going on there. Okay, so taking a morale booster could be very important. Can lift the team spirits, get them to play. I mean, remember, you're not watching a real-time strategy game here. You're watching a real-time strategy plus first-person shooter. That means the individual motivation of each of the players on the ground is very, very important. Imagine if you were playing a game of StarCraft and all the Marines in your Marine Marauder Ball just decided they were a little bit sad. It wouldn't be very good, would it?
Hugh,
Yes.
It should be noted at the moment that the phase tech research is redded out, which means there is no OBS at Marine Start at all.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Dylan, what does it mean when you've got no observatory at Marine Start?
Well, if you've got no observatory, one, you can't scan. You can't see when there's life forms getting within proximity of your base. But most importantly, you can't drop any additional phase gates.
And no beacon as well is important, because if the Marines, if the aliens choose to attack Marine Start, or even this phase gate right now, there's no way to pull the Marines into a ball and send them anywhere. So this phase gate's going to go down, and given the fact that the Marine team is going to have to save for a second observatory right now, there's pretty much no chance that we're going to see another phase gate in Central Drilling for quite a while, especially since there are 2 extractors in Central Drilling, and the power is about to go out in here. It's about to get pitch black in this room. There goes the power, and that means that the extractors are no longer functioning.
And it makes it really difficult to combat in a room when you can't see. Using your flashlights is okay, but definitely makes it difficult for you to combat against any aliens in here. They don't see that the Drifter is still there. Or actually, no, the Drifter did die. So they're able to take down that Drifter in Central, which is good. That gets rid of the enzyme. But the aliens are going to take this opportunity to go and do some damage throughout the rest of the map, now spreading infestation down to Cave and all the way up into operations. I'm a little worried for this Marine team still.
Alan is Radical, moving in on JB Twist and Koj. In fact, let's take a look at Flex right now as the power is back up. No, Flex is going to back right out. I was hoping we could get some first-person sculpt kills there. Marine team surviving, but the alien team, meanwhile, are extending their map control down the south side. We've got Sis in the north side in Cave. Could see a 3rd hive drop in there, or even a 3rd hive drop in operations. 53 resources out. Just got spent on something. Could have been an egg? Wonder what it was. What did that 50 resources just get spent on? I'm not sure. It wasn't tech.
Probably another Fade egg.
And here comes an assault on base.
Yeah, big assault on base and no way to beak. And then, oh, there's the obs again. So they did get an obs up so they can beacon back if they need to, but there's so much pressure around the entire map that beaconing them back to base might not be the best thing in the world because of what's waiting for them.
Absolutely. Malga and Sweek are the only ones defending here. The commander's still in the station. The aliens with a fair amount of health remaining, except for Seiko. He's in a little bit of trouble. There's the Marines coming through with the shotguns doing a bit of damage.
Yeah, but what has this done? This has pulled the Marines back to Marine start. It's opened Central up. Now they're coming through, putting down some mines. Still a little too close proximity with those mines. They got to be really careful about how they place those. But you've got just aliens dominating this map. The Marines need to do something, and they need to do it now. They can't just keep walking into areas where they've been. They need to put pressure on tech points. They've got to work on upgrades. They've got to work on, on some of these crags and hives. I mean, they need to put pressure where it's needed.
I'm very surprised to see that the Marine team has managed to get a new phase gate up in Central Drilling. Again, Central Drilling is such an important area because of those 2 extractors can really keep these Marines in the game. 5 alien harvesters is a devastating number though, and while the Marines are maintaining in Central, all the effort they're putting into Central is meaning that the south and north sides of the map are becoming increasingly alien dominated. Any Marines venturing out there are not lasting very long, and there's certainly no Marine assets out there, no extractors, nothing. The aliens are encircling the Marines in Central Drilling, and unless the Marines can take some of that territory on the north and south side of the map, it's not going to matter that they hold Central.
It should be noted at this point too that you have 2 players that are able to go Onos, and that is because of all the P-res drops that this team's been able to do. Or sorry, T-res drops this team's been able to do for those fades. Very effective gameplay, having that second hive up early and focusing on just getting a bunch of res. So now with 77 and 75 res, we could see an annihilation to finish this game off.
Would not be surprising to see it. The aliens have earned it with such devastating map control during this game. They have more resources. They've earned the ability to use these Oni, and they possibly will. Gorge tunnels have been begun. Perhaps we'll see some annihilation via Gorge tunnel. I'd like to see that. Sweeker going 1-to-1 with Shox. Shox actually backing off a little bit scared though. That shotgun at close range can be absolutely devastating to a Lurk's large wing-based hitbox. And here comes a big assault on the base. We might not even need to see the Oni. No, the fades are backing out, so they've forced the Marines to waste that the resources on the beacon.
Well, they've got level 2 weapons up now, level 1 armor. Some of them have shotguns, so you got to be really careful of that. So that was a wise move for them to pull out when they did. Gets the Marines distracted again. They'll go through the phase gates. They'll run out of the room. And they're just working on that obs over and over and over again. Now at 38% and no welders.
No welders means no repairing of damage. And the Marine base is starting to look like it needs a little bit of maintenance. Indeed, as Dylan was saying, 38% on that observatory. Need to get a repair crew in there. And again, Marines holding Central. That's great. A little bit of pressure down the south side, attempting to pressure the water pumps healing station that the alien commander has set up. Don't think they've got enough firepower to kill anything in here. No, they don't. And the aliens are going to descend and maintain there. So, waiting for the Onos to pop. That's what I'm expecting. Expecting to see an Onos lead a final charge into repair room and finish off the Marines. I don't think they're even going to bother with Central. But right now, a little bit of combat happening in sorting.
And the obs is down in Marine start.
So we're not going to see any beacons.
But now we've got to be really careful. These fades, you know, they're thinking they're stronger than they are, and 1 or 2 shotgun blasts. But look at this sorting. We've got 2 Marines in the hive.
1 lurk down. Now, can they find an upgrade structure? That's really the only thing they're going to have time to kill.
Both of them.
They're going to find the carapace shell. Now, they need to kill this thing as fast as possible to make this worth it. Now, they might be able to kill the adrenaline spur as well. That would be very, very useful. Is it a celerity spur or an adrenaline spur? I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't even anything. It
wasn't
just
anything.
A spur. So that's a nice little blow to strike. And when you get into a hive like that as a Marine, you need to focus and think about, okay, what do I have time to kill? Do I have time to damage the hive? In this case, no. The aliens are going to be descending on them. So they did the right thing in going for those vulnerable upgrade structures.
One thing that should be noted here, too, is the fact that, you know, because the Marines were winning these engagements and the Marines weren't killing fades or other life forms throughout the other parts of the map, it causes most of your team to come back to defend that hive. So that's given Marine start that much longer to survive, allow the team to spawn in, maybe put pressure in other areas. I do not think that the Marines are going to win this, but I'm glad that they finally put some pressure in the aliens start.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to see some pressure on the alien side, doing some damage to alien assets. Marines desperately try. Oh, Alan going very, very low there. He was down to about 5% health. He's going to back right out. Still maintaining this phase gate and handling the pressure in Marine base. Welders are out, so there's been some repairs performed. Still quite low hit points on the infantry portal, phase gate, and armory in the center of that room. Carapace shell is back up, and the lack of carapace for a little while would have been quite devastating for those fades. You saw Alan go down very low in health.
So, I've got 2 players at 100 res, 2 other players at pretty much 75 res. Could we be seeing... And whoa, Flex goes down. Flex had been, you know, we said this earlier, Flex had been going in there and putting a little bit too much pressure and not, you know, watching his health. You've got to be careful with those shotguns. But this team has so much personal res. And with 2 players at 100 means that the P-res for other players is going to go up even faster. I'm thinking we're going to see a Tronos push, if not more. And they are just going to walk in and just destroy these guys. And there we go. Radical is gone for Onos. Flex. Seiko. Wow. Double Onai now. But the Marines are going to push. Here they go. Through Brew Room. They know that the Onos is coming.
Here comes Radical, the Onos. These Marines are about to have to deal with a giant multi-ton death machine bearing down on them.
Now over at Water Pumps, you've got the Gorge, 2 Onai, and the Fade, and they're just about to roll into Marine Start that does not have a beacon. They were trying to build the obs right there. Commander out of his chair. Commander dies. And now Bile Bomb. This game is over to an annihilation.
Game over. So Radical takes it, and that is a 1-1 in this round. This is a round robin, so it's not best of 3. These teams will move on to other matches now. And so will we, the casters. But that was cool, and it was great to see some play on Mineshaft. Just mixing things up, keeps it fun. New ways of playing. And very excited. I'd love to see a game on Refinery or Docking. That would be really cool. But obviously not the most competitive of maps, but that's okay. Sometimes you can have a bit of fun. Dylan, how are you doing over there?
Right. Good. I'm just looking for our next match.
It's now 10 a.m. on a Sunday here. The sun is shining outside. Inside, not so much sunshine. Ugh.
So we're going to watch Vex versus Original Gorges next.
Vex versus Original Gorges. There's some fantastic team names.
You know, there are some great team names. And, you know, I want to say a huge thank you to all of the teams that signed up. I mean, we had a couple of people that had to drop out just because they weren't able to field their teams like they were hoping. But, wow. Awesome. I mean, we just had so many incredible games. And also, a big, huge shout out to our friends, Bitey and Versal over at twitch.tv/Versal. They organized this whole thing under the Nexzil banner. This is the Nexzil Proving Grounds tournament. And what are we going to be seeing next weekend? Well, let me tell you what we're going to see next weekend. Everybody that's playing this weekend is doing a round robin format. The reason they're doing this is they want to play all the different teams in their division. At the end of this next round, round 5, the top 3 teams will be seeded in a single elimination bracket for next weekend. They will play against each other. They will get all the way to the final, and those 2 teams will battle it out for 6 Asus Echelon Camo Edition headsets, graciously provided by Asus themselves. Thank you, Bitey, for getting that, as well as a second place prize of a 3-month NS2 server from our friends at Multiplay. So that's pretty awesome. And how cool is it to have community members like Versal and Bitey organizing a tournament with prizes?
It is spectacularly, awesomely cool.
It's got to be nice. You get a nice little vacation. You're not calling and saying, can you please give us something to give these people?
Well, usually I don't have to do that, but it is nice not to have it. And it's absolutely what the future of competitive NS2 needs and should be, because anything Unknown Worlds does, the community can do bigger and faster and better. So, casting, organizing tournaments, organizing prizes, all of that community can do better. It's like crowdsourcing taken to the extreme. The development of Natural Selection 2 and Natural Selection 2 community is a fantastic example of real crowdsourcing and how effective it can be for getting stuff done. It's very, very cool to watch, and hey, it's what Unknown Worlds wants to happen, you know, pass it off to you guys, let you guys do what you want with the game, and seeing Bitey organize these prizes is a fantastic example of that.
And you can watch more of that color commentary over at twitch.tv/Versoul. That's VIRSOUL.
Yeah, there's all the streams right above my head right now. Top one being Versoul.
So I don't know what happened, but ever since the new patch, I can't see passworded servers.
Sounds like a problem on your end, Dylan, because there are no bugs in NS2. Everyone knows that.
No bugs.
No bugs.
No bugs.
No bugs in NS2. Zero.
All right, I am trying to find. I know what server we're going to, but since I can't see it, I can't join it. So this is very fun.
Well, Dylan, I think you're going to require an IP address. Everyone,
Possibly.
what do you reckon? If Dylan can't get this server going in the next 30 seconds, I'm thinking fired.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's examine Dylan's Blu-ray DVD collection over his left shoulder there. Pick out some of those movies. I see Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I see ponies. What's that pony thing? What's the thing with the ponies? Ponies are my friends or whatever. It's mostly ponies, is what I can see. What about you guys in the stream? What can you see?
No, because My Little Pony is on the Netflix stream. I don't have to buy it, thank God.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, but evidently you have because you like it. So, you know, there's something about having that box set with the ponies on it.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Checking out the Twitch chat right now. It looks like no one is insulting either of us, which is a...
So let's see. Okay. 1 Onos is just Onos. 2 is Annihilation. 3 is the Tronos. What is 4 Onos?
Quadros.
No, that's not funny.
Well, evidently it did come out of my mouth, so it's not going to be funny. I mean, give me a break, Dylan.
Are you leaving yet for are you leaving for whatchamacallit yet?
No, that's on Friday.
Australia. Yeah, when are you flying to Oz?
Friday.
Do
Friday!
me a favor, would you have a shrimp on the bobby for me?
No.
We have a prawn in the bobby.
Wait, you say Barbie.
Bobby?
There's still an R in there. You can't... These Americans, they can't quite get rid of their R's.
Bobby?
Barbie.
Bobby?
Barbie.
Bobby?
Yeah, there you go. You got it. You're getting there. Barbie. Car.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to get either
Aircraft.
beat up or thrown in jail very quickly when I visit Australia. So, Hugh, check this out. It
What?
would be a competitive match if there wasn't at least one round of Summit.
Are we on Summit for this next round? Should I be joining you? Are you in the server?
I am the server.
You're in the
I'm
server?
going to make you guess the password, too.
Alright, fine.
It's the same password we used for 90% of the servers yesterday.
Let's see if I can guess it. Authenticating, waiting for server. I win $1 million.
You seriously got it?
Woohoo!
Wow, folks, this is a big deal because typically,
Hugh is a very intelligent person. Yes, I agree.
Hugh is really bad at doing that. What is Versal doing in here?
I don't know. Loading. Rantology is awesome for doing the graphics for this stream. She's a fantastic individual. Stealing your viewers. Nice.
Well, I mean, it's his tournament, so he's not really stealing.
Yeah, we're imposing on him. Caster overload. Alright, spectate time. What have we got here? We have teams VX. What does that stand for?
Vex.
And OG. Vex and OG.
Original Gorges.
Oh, okay. So Vex with VEX.
VEXX.
capital X's or singular?
VEX lowercase capital X.
VX and original. Any special spelling in the original Gorges?
No.
Good.
The
Done.
proper way.
Oh, it doesn't fit. We'll have to shorten their name.
Just call them OG.
I will.
Or Oh Gorges.
Original Gorges. OG on the alien side at the moment might be opening up on the alien side. We will be playing on Summit, that staple of competitive play. Remember the days when Summit first arrived on the scene? I remember seeing the first screenshot of Summit posted on the forums and everybody losing their goddamn minds, including me.
You know what I want to do?
Uh-oh.
I want to go back to the original Summit and play some games. I played so many games on the original Summit with Helipad and all that stuff that, I mean, I'm in for some nostalgia. I mean, it was such a dark map then, and it was gritty, and it was awesome. I mean, not to say that the changes that have evolved over time on Summit aren't great, but I really miss the old Summit.
The idea has been floated often in the office for some play on, say, build 155 or build 156 of the Natural Selection 2 Alpha, just to go back to those days and see what it was like.
You know what's funny though? What's funny is, although performance, overall for like lower end systems wasn't great, the game actually ran very smooth in the 150s because there wasn't a whole lot of tech. Infestation was totally different. It did. Man, why do you think that 156 came together? We had some incredible games. The 180s was like primo. The 180s. The 180s.
The
man,
180s.
those are things.
It feels like, yeah. I remember, I think build 162 was a real point where of an amazing build where we felt like the game was actually getting better. Gee whiz. I mean, you can go back and see all these. If you go to youtube.com/naturalselection2hd, shameless self-plug, you can see all of the builds of Natural Selection 2. I think I only missed 1 or 2 builds over the years on there in those 612 videos that are up there at the moment. So,
how about oh no nos?
Oh no nos. See, someone else said Quadronos.
No, they said question mark, meaning they thought you were stupid.
Oh, shut up.
So I want to ask a poll of our Twitch viewers. Hugh has poo-pooed the idea, but I think it's worth. If you like the idea of us doing a commentary stream, watching Crocodile Dundee together, put 1 into a Twitch chat. If you don't like us doing that and you think that we should do something better with our lives, put 2 in the Twitch chat. And if we get enough 1s, when Hugh gets back from Australia, we're totally going to do a stream watching Crocodile Dundee with the 2 of us doing commentary throughout the whole movie.
Done. Just not on this channel, that's for sure. I could just
No.
We'll
We'll do a
through it.
We'll do a channel that when we get cut off,
channel
it
has
won't be
been
so
shut
bad.
down for copyright infringement, and you will now be executed publicly. That's what they do in America, right?
They don't execute you.
I thought copyright infringement was an executable offense.
No.
T1 says, I love this guy's mustache.
Oh,
Don't encourage him. Jeez, can't rely on the Twitch chat for anything. I'm kidding. T1, you're an awesome person. A human being of... Oh! Epic. Epic.
Looks like we're ready to go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are off with Vex versus Original Gorges on Summit in the Nexzil Proving Grounds tournament. Dylan, take it away. Talk us through the split.
Favorite cross spawns. We got the Aliens, Original Gorges starting down in sub-axis, while Vex starts up in Atrium. 3-2 push towards Reactor Core, and the Aliens moving out in what looks to be not that. Looks like only 2 Skulks making their way to Reactor Core and 2 Skulks making their way through flight out to Crevice.
These 2 Skulks are about to encounter 3 Marines, so that's a lot of Marines. Let's take a look at the first-person perspective here as these Marines shoot down these Skulks. Note the way these competitive players turn and run when they want to extend some distance between them and a Skulk pack. They don't backpedal because it is slower to backpedal. Those Skulks have backed off. Some combat happening in flight control as well as both teams try to probe each other and figure out who's going to take what territory at the start of the game. Summit is a very clean map. It's a radial map. You can tell very quickly who's got what territory on it. It's very cool for that reason. Very early pressure on the reactor core extractor is going to cause Vatricide to go backwards, but Fluffy gets the ambush, and the Marines actually could lose this extractor and reactor core very early in the game. That would be a surprising and big blow. We've also got pressure on the crevice extractor. Dylan, original Gorges with some serious aggression.
Yeah, I mean, they're not joking around. And you know what's really smart is they knew that these Marines were going to move up to pressure, which doesn't really matter so much early on. Rifles at no level upgrades are, they're effective, but not super effective. So that gives the Skulks more than enough time to take down Reactor Core and then come reinforce and take down these two Marines here in Pipe Junction.
Shades and Twisted Shadow moving towards flight control. Drifter positioning Computer Lab. Drifter positioning Crossroads. Again, using these random drifter placements to reduce the likelihood that the Marines will be able to shoot them down. Very surprising to see. Computer Lab dropped, obviously, to prevent a Harvester drop. Extractor going up in flight control. Let's take a look at the kills at the start of the game. And not really much to be said there. They were 5 and 4.
Got 3 Skulks pushing their way into the vents around Summit Reception. Looks like they're going to come for a double-sided attack against these 2 Marines in flight. And here we go. In they come, getting 1 or 2 bites down on Shades. And Shades just unloading that clip in, but unfortunately, Rox and L are just too much, and the commander will immediately recycle that phase gate. Oh, that extractor. Look at this. There are overwhelmingly ones. Ones. And even the 2s are saying, as in Crocodile Dundee 2.
There we go. Supersize.
We'll schedule that for when he gets back.
Supersize.
It's totally going to be scheduled.
It will be very cool. Supersize leading the charge here in Pipe Junction with 2 other Marines. Attempting to put pressure onto the ventilation resource node. That drifter there is found, and lucky it's found because it was absolutely really putting these Marines at a disadvantage because the aliens knew exactly where each of those bipeds were. 2 aliens backing up, but these Marines in Pipe Junction are in a difficult position because they are being pincered by multiple aliens. They are dispersing. Nuke is now on his own, and I think he's about to get bitten. Yep.
So, I mean, it should be noted at the moment, it looks like, the Marines are pushing out and they're holding the aliens back, but that's just not the fact at all. The aliens have taken down 3 Marine extractors, have not lost a single Harvester yet, and they're moving out in an entire pack, just putting on the pressure. And this poor little Marine in Reactor Core is all alone, and he is about to get completely overwhelmed by Skulks. But no. Look, he got help. That's not fun. That takes away all the fun.
Fail caster. Fail caster. Shinny and Luffy are stalking. They've got a little bit of combat over in Crevice. We have mines out for the Marine side. Armor level 1 out for the Marine side. Carapace shell is almost finished. Gonna give these Skulks a little more of an ability to absorb those bullets that come out of those Marine boomsticks. Vatricide now on his own. Let's take a look at his perspective as he tries to shut down both these Skulks. Watch the tracking of these competitive players so far. Security. Oh, great shots there. Rifle kill down on Shinny and the pistol down on Luffy. So superior to anything a pub player like me can throw out.
Yeah, so, the Marines have finally gotten Reactor Core up and are holding it. Infestation moved all the way to Data Core and even making its way towards flight. They do have Crevice up still, but very low, and without welders are not going to be able to repair that. It's at 19%. We do have 2 Skulks here in Summit Reception. Sober and L taking down Shades, and they're going to easily take down that extractor in Crevice now.
And the extractor death count is going to tick up to 4. So that is a lot of dead extractors. I thought it was going to tick up to 5, but it didn't. So 4 dead extractors, only 2 extractors on the Marine side. Let's take a look at the team resource graph. The aliens dangerously close to the Marines. This indicates an alien team on the offensive here and doing very, very well. Great use of enzyme there from the drifters to speed the attacking rate of the 2 lurks and the Skulk that are now tearing into Nuke and Vatricide in Data Core.
Wow. I mean, that double lurking right there. What did I say in the last game we were watching is the lurks are so hard to track, especially when they're whipping around your head and stuff like that, that you just get distracted and then the Skulks come in and clean you up, and there's just no winning against that. Unless you have a shotgun in your hand, you're able to get a really good shot off on that poor defenseless lurk.
far from defenseless. Those lurks very, very dangerous. Their large hitbox, though, especially when their wings are at full span, means shotguns can be absolutely devastating. Very difficult to track with a rifle, though, because of the speed and randomness of their movements. So very difficult to engage lurks. And as it should be, because they cost 30 personal resources. Multiple Marines moving into data core now, where they're just dealing with cysts at the moment. Their resource flow, though, is their weakness at the moment. Their tech is going to be a lot slower than the alien tech. The aliens have gorge tunnels available. Very interested to see where they actually choose to place that gorge tunnel. They could use a defensive gorge tunnel from data core to sub-access, or we could see something offensive, say a gorge tunnel into Crossroads, or even into Reactor or Crevice. I'd like to see something crazy like that.
So as soon as those 3 Marines were cleaned up, they dropped the hive in data core because that's going to give them just that much more time to keep assaulting and get this hive grown. Reactor core almost going down to a single skulk at 32%. But over in flight control, we've got the double lurks, and now Luffy, the skulk, making his way in to clean up this final Marine. And now I'm guessing he'll go straight for Crevice. So still great pressure by the aliens on all the Marine extractors. 5 Marine extractors lost to 0 harvesters.
Drifters in Crossroads watching these Marines as they build up the extractor there. The aliens are going to know exactly where they are. And there's Ogrox, coming in with support from Sheeny. The double lurk play from this alien team is devastating at the moment. It's a strategic choice about how many lurks you want to use. You'll often see desperate alien teams go for 3. Alien teams confident of their ability to get fades out go for 1. But Og is walking the middle line between having 3 and 1 with 2. Did you hear that, Dylan? I can do mathematics and work out what an average is.
So, you know, with these 3 Marines that moved into Crossroads, I think this was actually a mistake by Vex. They should have gone back to Data Core. They should have known, oh, hey, we just walked into a room with a crap ton of infestation and a crag by the tech point. I wonder what they're going to do as soon as we die. Well, they did it. They dropped the hive. There was just a poor gorge in there. Gorge tunnel's now up. Crags are now up. But they would have had the time to run in there and actually do some serious damage, if not take down this hive in Data Core when they had the chance, which would have dealt a serious blow to the aliens, who are now sitting on 4 harvesters and just raking in the res. At 8 minutes, we've got 2 aliens already, 3 aliens at 42 res.
42 res is only 8 res from 50. See, more mathematics from me.
Oh, look at that. He knows how to do math.
I do. Gorge tunnel up between data core and sub-access is quite defensive in nature. You'll see that usually to allow speedy transfer between 2 hives to allow defense. It doesn't really help your offense that much. Aliens are pretty quick across the map, and getting from one hive spawn to another, not that difficult. Big push into Crossroads. Again, though, the Drifter is watching everything that's going on, putting the Marines at a huge disadvantage in here.
Oh, and Chanel is really low as lurk, and he's got to be really careful getting out of there. And they just missed him. He was down to, I think, around 20%. So these shotguns are definitely going to help, but I'm wondering if it's a little too late.
We are at 9 minutes, and we've only got armor level 1 and shotguns out of this Marine team in terms of the upgrades that are going to be in play on the field. Not seeing a huge number of mines in use. The Marine resource situation is not very good, so they don't have the personal resources to be throwing away mines and getting shotguns at the same time, so probably holding off to get some shotguns. Luffy takes down the extractor. Marines feeling a little bit messy at the moment, a little bit all over the place. We're not seeing tight groupings, tight Marine balls. We're seeing individual Marines sort of splitting off.
Whoa there. Your commentary is getting a little too risque for this stream.
Is it?
So now we got 3 Marines with shotguns making their way into Data Core. We got the 2 lurks here, but the lurks have to be really careful because to absorb shots from that shotgun can be seriously damaging.
Double lurks and double skulk moving down glass hallway, eliminating all the Marines, and they're going to comfortably move over and destroy the Crossroads extractor. Again, the Drifter watching it, knowing exactly what's happened. The aliens have a great spread all over this map. They have 4 harvesters up to the Marine 2. Only 2 extractors indicates that the Marines are having a huge amount of trouble holding territory, because if you can't hold your close extractors in Reactor Core and Crevice when you spawn in Atrium, you've got no chance. And there's a surrender from OG, not actually calling out the
from
G.
Vex.
Wait, what?
Vex surrendered.
What?
Yeah, Vex was the Marines.
No. Oh, wait, what? Vex was the Marines, but I don't get it.
Vex,
Why?
Aliens won.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay. We're cool. All good, but yeah, to be expected, but not calling out the GG, choosing to use the surrender instead. And game over. Sorry, they did call it out GG. I was just getting massively confused. My brain is in like 400 different places right now.
Yeah, so now we're going to be joining another server because we're giving the ping advantage to the Marine teams.
Very good.
Join in just a few moments.
All right, so you will have the unfortunate... Wait, why can't I alt-tab right now? Why can't I alt-tab? The unfortunate experience of looking at Dylan and my faces. Dylan, do I have time to run and get some water, pretty please?
Yes, yes you do.
Yay!
Go now. Go
Okay.
now. So I want to say thank you again to both Bitey and Versal for all their hard work that they have been doing this wonderful weekend, playing this great tournament that they put on. And also big thank you to our friends at Asus and Multiplay for the prizes. Again, you have the opportunity playing in this tournament to win 6 Asus Echelon Camo Edition headsets, or if you get second place, you still get an awesome runner-up prize, which is 3 free months from Multiplay servers of an NS2 server, which is pretty awesome.
For some reason, I can't alt-tab out of my game anymore, so that's a fail. I have no idea why. It just doesn't work anymore.
All right, so join off me, Hugh, and I'm giving you the password.
That password is disgusting. Do you have any idea how inappropriate that is?
Well, we are talking about NS2 players.
Where do I go to join off you? Oh, that's right, Steam.
Where do we
What-
go?
Something's going weird right
from
now with my
here?
PC. I don't. Is the
How is
NS
that possible? I thought you had an incredible PC that was
I do
capable
have an
of doing
incredible
these.
PC.
I don't believe it.
Password is gross. Gross. I was
So
thinking about.
you know, this is the other thing that's kind of sad here is this is the last game we're going to be casting together for a little while, huh?
Why is that doing?
Is you're going to Australia.
Going to Australia. I could cast from Australia. That would be hilarious.
I don't think that's possible.
I could. Why can't I spectate a game from Australia? I don't need high graphics. You can do the casting. I'll just Skype in. Let's do it. I will cast from like the beach or something. I'll get 4G connection up, and I'll cast from the beach. How about that? Actually, I'm not going to be going to the beach, guys. It's winter. Winter is coming. Okay. So these two teams.
You
are
don't even
in.
watch Game of Thrones, so you're not allowed to use that quote.
I watched the first season.
Oh, then you are just a loser because the current season is awesome. Second season was kind of like this. Okay, we're gonna build to something, and then we're gonna end the season because that's how we are. But third season is all about awesomeness.
What you mean is it's all about dragons, gore, and boobies.
Yeah, isn't that the best mix? There's a really funny. I think it was SNL did a thing about who produces, like Game of Thrones on HBO, and it's like this 14-year-old boy. He's just like, "There's something we can do to make this better. Need boobies." It's like every scene he's adding boobies to it. Okay, so now that we're completely off base,
Bring it back in, Dylan. Reel it in. Bring us back in. Where are we? What are we doing?
people are loving the unicorn badge.
Yeah, all right.
So, yeah, we're watching Original Gorges versus Vex. And I feel kind of bad for Vex because I don't think they've won a round yet this tournament. And these are a lot of really nice guys. I've played them a couple times. They have some good skill. I think that they're getting a little shaken up. And I don't think that they're playing to their full potential.
All right. I have no idea what Dylan just said, but I'm sure it was poignant.
I let you go have water and then you don't even listen to me.
Yeah. Situation normal.
You're fired.
You can't fire me.
You're going to come back.
I quit.
You're going to come back to UWE after your vacation. and I'm going to be sitting at your desk, and I'm going to be like, what are you doing here? And you're going to be like, but wait. And I was like, oh, yeah, and I totally took the octopus, too. So deal with it.
No one takes the octopus. No one touches the octopus.
You already told me that if you die, the octopus is mine. It has to live on.
I'm fascinated by the fact that suddenly Alt-Tab has stopped working on it. I just don't get... I mean, I'm just fascinated from, like, a technical perspective of whatever... I mean, I feel like it's Windows doing something. It's just...
Do a Control-Shift-Escape.
What will that do?
And see if that... Well, no, that'll open up Task Manager.
Oh, no, I don't want to open up Task Manager.
No, but then that one might reset the Alt-Tabbing.
No, it's really interesting because...
You don't even try it. Try it.
I just did. And what's interesting is the Windows... underneath can't be brought into focus either, so I must have done something weird, because I mean when I'm casting these games I'm constantly alt-tabbing. Like this is actually going to reduce my ability to do casting because I constantly alt-tab to change the cameras and stuff.
Someone totally caught my Buffy reference. I love it. Oh, that was funny. Oh, I love it. I was hoping someone would catch that. Nylar, you're totally awesome.
Alright, I'm just going to go into the game now because I can't alt-tab anymore, means I'm not going to be able to alt-tab.
ETVS for the win. For the win. Oh, hey, someone just sent me an awesome picture even though we're about to start.
Yeah?
I'm going to bring it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yes. This is going up after we're done.
Yeah, whatever. Vex versus the original Gorges on Summit. Vex starting up in Atrium and the original Gorges starting down in Sub-Access. Let's see the split. We have a fast armory drop. 4 Marines moving left, 1 Marine going right. We're probably going to see Shinny being the capper and this 4-man Marine team being the pressure team. We are going to have 3 Skulks moving down the left side as well, though, so we could see huge combat in Data Core very early in this game. No, the Marines crossing over to Crossroads. Get it?
And you can tell how excited we are because of the tone of our voices as we talk about what's happening with these 3 Marines that are only going to meet Nuke in Crossroads.
It sort of gets a little bit melodious at the start of the game, doesn't it, Dylan? But as the game wears on, we become more jaded, more cynical, and less excited. But at the start of this game right now, we are very, very, very excited and melodious.
So Nuke able to get away, but look, these 3 Marines are going straight for Reactor Core. They're putting the pressure on the Harvester, which is a very smart move. One of these players needs to make sure he's watching his back, though. And there we go. This is great. I love it. 3 Marines pressuring the Harvester right away, forcing Barbados the Gorge to come out and try to support and heal it up. But he is putting himself in a very vulnerable position against L, who is clearly winning this engagement, taking down the Gorge. And now in comes the Skull, getting a couple good bites, goes down himself. And that is a Marine victory for victory, because look at that. 3 Marines still alive, 2 Hydras dead, Harvester dead. Win, 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 win for OG.
Luffy in Marine start just there was off the chain, killing 2 Skulks to save the infantry portal from pressure. So the Marines have just opened up full force, coming out of the gates with a force of 1,000 suns right now. This is very, very cool.
Now, one of the things I was told in the break there was, I was told that it's not Luffy, it's like Luffy.
Luffy.
Or Luffy.
What is he, French?
Luffy. I don't know. He sent me this thing that says, oh, by the way, this is how you say that. It's Luffy. Luffy.
Very good.
Vex,
triple Skulks coming down into Data Core, going to be able to pressure the extractor in there if they so choose. Looks like they're going to bypass, though. 1 splitting off, 2 moving down to ventilation. Very wise, because if they pressure ventilation, the Marines will be distracted in there. And a second split off as well. Very good teamwork there from those Skulks. And some kills for the Marine
look what's happening up in Atrium!
Oh boy, triple Marines. But this is a dangerous situation for these Marines. Alien Hives are more resilient than Marines. Command stations. We have the commander out of the chair with 2 Marines. And there are 3 Skulks in here. The mines going off, killing T-Gaze and Vaticide at the same time. The infantry portal could go down. The Marines will not be able to out-DPS those Skulks in Marine start. This is a huge base trade here, but the Marine team will be at the disadvantage. They've got no one else spawning in, which means the only Marines left are coming down to sub-access from Computer Lab and Atrium. The Marines could lose this game right now unless Luffy is an absolute multi-Skull killing hero. Luffy has to kill Skull. He's got to get in the command station, build a new infantry portal. Luffy. He's got full health. He's got 50% off. There's still two Skulks. 1 Skull left. He's got the armory. He can move to the armory and heal up. Can he heal up and kill this guy? Oh my god! Luffy!
Drop!
Oh my god!
Drop it quick! Drop that IP. You still got the momentum, Marines. You still got it. He's got to hurry. There's 2 skulks coming. I don't think he's going to get it.
Build the infantry portal. Build the infantry portal. Okay, he's preparing for another skulk fight. So let's start the game. Oh my god, it's going to be... Can he kill 2 skulks? He's going to kill 2 skulks. If he stays in the armor, he can get health while he fights. He's going to have to track incredible with his rival. He cannot. Vex wins that game. Oh my goodness. What did I just watch?
What awesome game was that?
What?
Just putting all the kind of pressure you want to see from a Marine team against aliens, taking down harvesters, putting pressure on base, and holy crap, the aliens just winning the engagement enough down in sub-access to start taking down that IP, eliminate it, and then, oh my god, one Marine, Luftwaffe, for the win, but can't get the IP up in time and loses the game.
Luftwaffe, you crazy, crazy individual. That was bananas. Get it?
Wow.
Ha ha ha! Funniest man in history. Dylan doesn't get it because he can't actually see my screen, but he'll get it later.
Q, I just sent you that picture. I think we need to show people what Australia is like. I've been trying to get this clear to people. I don't understand why Hugh thinks Australia is so superior to everywhere else in the world, but this is why Australia is dangerous, people.
This better be drop news. Oh.
Those are real spiders.
Yeah, for sure.
Spider is big. It's bigger than my head.
Bigger than your head.
Screwed up, man. And like the brown snake, they have brown snakes. They just like, oh, randomly, I'm like going to eat my cereal. Oh, bit by a brown snake, dead.
That's not true.
That's true. Watched the whole series on it.
You watched the whole what?
Watched the whole series on it.
Oh, yeah?
This guy in Australia that goes around collecting brown snakes. And here's the best part. They're like the single most deadliest poisonous thing in Australia. And they're
world.
like, and invading like the towns. You can't kill them. They're protected by the government.
Yeah.
What screwed up government protects the deadly snakes.
It's the deadliest. It's the deadliest snake in the world, bar nothing, and people don't get killed by them because they're out in the bush, and no one's out in the bush because Australia is a highly urbanized, overweight, carbon-emitting society, contrary to popular belief. That's just a fact, folks. That's us. No one lives out in the bush anymore.
Oh, the Twitch stream just caught up with us, and they are just like, what? What the heck?
Oh my goodness.
Well then.
And I had the scores wrong the whole time. LOL. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is day number 2 here on twitch.tv/naturalselection2. But if you head on over to all these other awesome streams, you can see many more awesome games, so please go watch those. It would make me a very, very happy camper. Shameless plug. I'm actually going to go stream on my own personal channel soon, which is twitch.tv/thestream.
No.
Yeah.
You can't do that because we want everybody to go and check out twitch.tv/Versal.
No, don't watch me now. No, go to Versal now.
VIRSOUL. Let's say it again. Give me a V. Give me an I. Give me an R.
Trying to put this dog down.
SOUL. Yes. Check him out. It's awesome. Let's do this one more time. Next weekend, all of these seeding matches from this weekend will put together the ultimate, stop shooting me with a Nerf gun, ultimate single elimination tournament with prizes. First place gets the Asus Echelon Camo Edition headset, and the second place gets a 3-month NS2 server from Multiplay. We love
from
Multiplay.
NS. You get a 3 months NS2 server from NS.
Yeah, awesome. Multiplay. But we have to give the biggest thank you and shout out to our awesome friends, Bitey and Versal, for putting all this on. Nexzil, you're awesome. As always, even though you didn't win me that one match.
You had one job.
You had one job. You had to take at least one round.
On this whole time.
And you failed me. But it's okay. I still love you. So check them out. Twitch.tv/Versal. Check out all the other streams now up above my head. Right, Hugh?
Absolutely, Dylan. I'm way ahead of you. I'm always way ahead of you, mate.
And folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Wasabi1. That is Strayan. Am I pointing the right way?
No, you're putting it the wrong way.
That is Strayan. And we'll catch you next time. I think.
Awkwards because I totally wasn't ready to close out the cast. I wasn't ready with the buttons.
You were just ready like 5 minutes ago to cast.
I know, I'm sorry. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Natural Selection 2 developer live stream with Wasabi and myself. We will be back for more action at a later date, but for now, go and watch twitch.tv/Versal. Peace!